Imagine discovering a simple habit, one that could save millions of lives. It takes only 30 seconds, it costs almost nothing, but instead of being celebrated, you're mocked, laughed at, called insane, and eventually locked inside an asylum, where you die alone. This is the tragic true story of the doctor who discovered the importance of washing your hands. Today, every doctor, nurse, and surgeon washes their hands before treating a patient. It's one of the most basic rules in medicine. But there was a time when doctors believed clean hands didn't matter. One man dared to challenge that belief. His name was Ignaz Semmelweis, and history nearly forgot him. Vienna, 1846, one of Europe's largest hospitals. Every day, women arrived hoping to give birth safely, but many never made it home. After delivering healthy babies, they suddenly developed high fevers, their bodies weakened. Within days, they were dead. The disease was known as childbed fever. No one knew what caused it. Some blamed bad air, others blamed fate, some even believed it was God's punishment. Doctors had no answers.
Into this mystery stepped a young Hungarian doctor, Ignaz Semmelweis. Unlike many of his colleagues, he paid attention. He noticed something strange. The hospital had 2 maternity clinics. One was run by doctors and medical students, the other by midwives. The shocking part? Women treated by doctors died at nearly 3 times the rate of those treated by midwives. Something wasn't right. Semmelweis searched for an explanation. Then tragedy struck. One of his closest friends, a professor named Jaydanchry-kay, accidentally cut his finger during an autopsy. Days later, he died. His symptoms were almost identical to the women dying from childbed fever. Suddenly, everything made sense. Doctors spent their mornings performing autopsies. Without washing their hands, they walked straight into the maternity ward and delivered babies. Semmelweis realized they were carrying invisible particles from dead bodies to living mothers. He couldn't see bacteria. No one knew germs existed yet. But he knew something deadly was being transferred. Semmelweis ordered every doctor to wash their hands with a chlorinated lime solution before examining patients. Many thought it was unnecessary. Some even found it insulting. But he insisted. The results were immediate. Deaths from childbed fever dropped dramatically. In some months, the mortality rate fell to almost 0. Hundreds of lives were saved. You'd think this discovery would make him a hero. Instead, it made him an enemy. Many doctors refused to believe him. If Semmelweis was right, it meant they had been unknowingly killing their own patients. That was too painful for many to accept. They rejected his evidence, dismissed his findings, and ridiculed his ideas. Some called him irrational. Others called him dangerous. The man saving lives became an outcast. As the years passed, Semmelweis became increasingly frustrated. He couldn't understand why doctors ignored proof that was saving lives. His anger grew. His mental health declined. In 1865, his family admitted him to a mental asylum. There, he was beaten by guards. The wounds became infected. Just 2 weeks later, Ignaz Semmelweis died from sepsis, the very kind of infection he had spent his life trying to prevent. He was only 47 years old.
A few years after his death, scientists like Louis Pasteur proved that germs cause disease. Then surgeon Joseph Lister introduced antiseptic surgery. Suddenly, everything Semmelweis had said was true. The medical world finally accepted hand washing. Today, it saves millions of lives every year. Hospitals across the globe follow the very practice that once got him laughed at. The man they called crazy had been right all along. Ignaz Semmelweis never lived to see the world accept his discovery. He died believing he had failed. But today, every surgeon who scrubs before an operation, every nurse who sanitizes their hands, every doctor who protects a patient from infection, is carrying on his legacy. Sometimes, the greatest ideas aren't rejected because they're wrong. They're rejected because they're ahead of their time.
History remembers the celebrated. History remembers the victorious. But sometimes, the people who save the most lives are the ones history almost forgot. If you enjoy forgotten true stories like this, subscribe, because every week, we'll uncover another incredible person. history almost forgot.